Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Go Read. So this is the walkthrough video for this fantastic book, Grandpa Bert and the Ghost Snatchers. We absolutely love this book, but I'll talk about that more in a moment. But to watch this video, hopefully you've scanned your QR code on the front. The idea behind these videos, very quickly, you might even be used to these by now, but you can fast forward, skip onto all the different activities that you would like to do. I can take you through them, or I can give adults at home a little bit of an idea of how you might complete these, or give you an idea of how you might do it. So you can pause, skip on, fast forward, whatever you would like to do in order to make the most of your activity pack. But the idea is that I am here just to guide and help you along with this. So let's get on with it. Off we go. The activity pack for Grandpa Bert and the Ghost Snatchers. So before we even start our awesome activity pack, let's look at the actual book itself, Grandpa Bert and the Ghost Snatchers. We absolutely loved this book when we read it, by a fantastic author, Mallory Blackman. Grandpa Bert and the Ghost Snatchers is just simply superb. It's just dyslexia friendly. We love the fact that actually it doesn't have a lot of text on the page, but it's just getting you onto chapter books. And the illustrations are brilliant. The actual story is ace. I tell you what, it lends itself to an absolutely awesome activity book. So we had lots of fun reading this book, and we think that you will too. So that's the book. Please do enjoy it. The idea is read it just before you do the activity pack, or start to read it. At least do the first sort of 3 chapters or so, and then start on the activity packs. You'll start to see how it's all linked and things like that. But do enjoy this book. Okay, so straight on to the activity pack. The first thing we always get you to do, as I'm sure you're used to by now, if you're used to our videos, we always write our names in the activity book. To start off with, you can do it in different styles. What I quite like is always to try and do something that either links to the book or helps to remind me to do certain things like my capital letters and things like that. But what I'm going to do is, I think if we see Grandpa Bert on the front here, he's this lovely sort of blue colour. So I think I'm going to write my name all in different shades of blue. So you can do that if you want to, or you might want to do it slightly different, but that's what I'm going to go for. Of course, we got our short message from all of us here at Let's Go Read, Aaron, Mark and Chris. But you can read that with your grown-up if you would like to, but let's get on and write our names now. So my name's Aaron, so capital letter. There's my name there, and what I try to do as well, and this is one thing we love you to do in our book clubs, is to be creative. And I have decided, although I don't know if it really looks like it, but because I've got an R in my name, it's got that quite long top bit of the letter, I actually tried to add in a, Alexa just went off, a bow tie for Grandpa Bert, because he rocks a bow tie, Grandpa Bert, and I tried to tie it in with my name. So little creative details, maybe want to draw a little ghost or something, or a little hat on one of the letters, just like on the front cover, but it's completely up to you what you want to do. So now we're on to our first activity. So we've got design Grandpa Bert's new bow tie. So in the story, throughout, Grandpa Bert is wearing this rather dashing, lovely bow tie. And we're just imagining that actually if he had a new bow tie, what would it look like? So you've got an opportunity to design a completely new one. So as I mentioned with the name earlier, I do quite like the combination of the 2 different blues. So I might try and use that in my own design. And I know we've made a little thing we need to change there, which we will do. So look in the book at Grandpa Bert's new Bert's bow tie, and imagine if he wore a different one, what would it look like? Use your imagination to give it a ghostly twist. So the fact that these different blues that we've got in the book here are used to give them that sort of ghostly feel, I think we're going to go for that too. So, well, I'm going to go for it. You can decide how you would want to do this. We've got a little help. Did you know fact down the bottom? So did you know that Mary Blackman, the author, loves to play video games and going to the cinema? Sounds like quite a normal person to me, but it's not. You don't always hear about authors playing video games. But let's get on and let's design this new bow tie. Okay, whew, that one was hard work. So, what was going through my mind when I was doing this was I've switched up the design of his new bow tie, but I did opposite colours linking to the blue of the ghost in the story, but also I think you'd just be able to see it, and I can see it on the front cover here around Grandpa Bert. There's sort of this ghostly glow, so I wanted to bring that into the bow tie, so that's why I started to just using a colouring pencil just go around the outside just to give it a bit of a glow. It might be something that I would go back over just like this, but I quite liked it to give it a bit of a ghostly glow. So I wonder what your bow tie will look like for Grandpa Bert if he was going to have a new one. So there we go. I might even decide to do that actually, that middle bit blue like that. Okay, and then there we go. I've got his new bow tie design there, and I'll tell you what, I think he would pull it off. So for our next activity, we've got solve the ghost maze. So in a new mystery, Mix-a-Lot, so that's the parrot, has gone missing. Can you guide your way successfully through the maze below to reach the parrot at the end? So imagine this was a ghost maze. Which one is it, A, B or C, that will guide you back to Mix-a-Lot here? So as always, you can go and stop this, pause and do it on your own, or you can follow me through it. Remember, I will speed up the video and then I am going to circle which one I think would be the right answer, which one would get back to Mix-a-Lot. So you can go off and do that now, and I'm going to see if I can solve it myself. Okay, I think I've got the right answer. So if you think you have too, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. In a ghostly glow, I think I'm going to go through. And remember, whilst you're doing this, try and go over the line as well, because this will really help you with your fine motor skills. So I'm going to go with my ghostly glow. I think it's B, but I wonder if you found the same. Follow it through, go down the ghost maze, ooh, go round and down, ooh, a bit like a roller coaster, round and down, round and down, round and down, ooh, round we go again. It's like my mother's driving. Round the roundabout, Aaron, because I'm not sure where we're going. But if she was driving, we would get there with a few wrong turns. But there we go. I think I found Mix-a-Lot. I think it might be B. But hopefully you found the answer on your own. But that is the ghostly maze. And see if you can do that too. And of course, if you have, big virtual high five for that one. But that solved the ghost maze. So for the next activity, we got Grandma's new ghost. In the book, Grandpa Bert appears out of Grandma Gertie's handbag on page 14, which you can see here. But what other ghost could appear out of a handbag? Have fun designing a new ghost appearing out of the bag below. So you've got all this space from this handbag to design a different ghost that would appear out of the handbag. So we can see there on page 14, we've got obviously Grandpa Bert. But I would use this as inspiration to design a new ghost. So you can again follow me if you would like to, and you can pause and stop the video to try and get the right sort of shapes as I'm doing them, or you can design your own and do it in completely, a new way. It's a bit like a genie out of Aladdin's lamp, the way he sort of comes out. So I'm going to try and replicate that shape, obviously design a different ghost that may appear. That is Grandpa Bob, Grandma's new ghost. There we go. There's that activity there. So for our next activity, this is linked to the book in the fact that we've got some famous people from our history in the UK. And in the story, we work out that actually they are trapping ghosts inside these green tubes. Well, we've got some famous names here. So when the children arrive at the Ghostworks building, they discover lots of other ghosts that are trapped too. But what if they were important figures from art history? Can you match the famous ghost names in the green tubes to the clues on the page? Now, this could be a bit tricky depending on how old you are and how much you have done at school on these particular people, but they are usually famous names that I'm sure you have heard of before. So we've got Guy Fawkes, Neil Armstrong, and there's a few others here. But the idea is that actually which clue would link to each person from history. So if you're not sure of who these famous people are, actually I'll give you a top tip. On the BBC website, if you type in their name and BBC, you can find some fantastic videos that help to explain who these people are and what they are famous for. So you can always do that. And then once you do, and once you've watched it, you can then link it back and actually, hopefully you can solve which one would go to which one. Which hint would go to which person by drawing a line to them. So remember, pause it if you don't want to know the answers right now. I'm going to do it in a moment just to help those of you that will give this a go. Answer time now. So, the first man ever to walk on the moon. As he stepped onto the moon, he said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." That was Neil Armstrong. Along with a couple of others, they went on that famous journey to the moon in 1969, I believe, and I hope that's right now. She changed the way people nursed and helped save many lives. That is the Florence Nightingale here, so I'll be drawing a line to her. And then he took part in the gunpowder plot of 1605, which aimed to blow up the Houses of Parliament to kill King James I and his government. So the king at the time, remember the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes. That was him. And then our last one, Samuel Pepys. This man saw the Great Fire of London in 1666. It destroyed 13,000 homes. I'm sure you would have studied that. And if not, you're going to soon. Samuel Pepys there, very famous. And also, he had a famous diary where he recounted some of the famous events during that time in history. So there you go, Ghosts of the Past. This is the sort of thing in the book club if you would like to draw your own tubes and then put a person in history or someone else in the class and then give a a hint. You can turn it into a bit of a game if you would like. That's quite a good activity to do, but hopefully you got the right answers. A ghost machine. So for this activity, we thought it would be absolutely brilliant if you can get your imaginations going to think about actually what sort of machine would produce a ghost, maybe. Okay. Or would transform a ghost back into human, or just anything where that it would produce ghosts. So as we were reading the book, our imaginations were full of ideas of ghost machines, but what would one look like? Think of the things that you have seen in the book, plus any ghostly films you may have watched before to give you some inspiration. So are you going to have a control panel? Are you going to have tubes for the ghost to be sucked into? You know, if we're going to transform them back into a human, or is it going to be from a human to a ghost? But think about what you would like it to look like. You know, it's completely up to you. We want your imaginations to get absolutely wild here. So I might try a few ideas. Again, you can follow on, or you can do your own thing. But the idea is also look at the book, see some of the things that you saw inside the ghost building. The ghost works here. We see the tubes, the wires. There are a few things throughout it you may want to look out for here. We've got some switches and levers and buttons that you can see. So, you know, use those as inspiration to design your own ghost machine. So there we go. I have nearly finished my ghost machine. I just need to colour it in and things like that. But I thought I would just share with you how I think it could work, and the sort of things that I use from the book as well, to give me inspiration. So my idea is that actually this would transform a ghost into a human being again. So the idea is we could have Grandpa Bert gets sucked down the tube here, and then I imagine this is a bit like a TV screen. Maybe he's got to be scanned or something to do with x-rays or something like that. Scanned it away, and then he'd move along here, and then we would see him actually transform from what he was like in the book here, more into a real person here. Okay, and then you could view him from there. And then I've got little details like, do not open until the green light flashes. I've got from the book, when they are in the building, I noticed a couple of things. You might have seen it in the video, depending on how much I show when I was doing it. But here, so I got the idea of the red lever. I'm going to use that, and then I would like to, what I thought I could use as well is these sort of lights here on top. And yeah, that's the idea, is to try and use the book a bit. To inspire your own ghost machine, and then you can design that. So I hope you have fun doing your own ghost machine, and there we go. The Ghostworks building. So this activity is all about using your Let's Go Read sticker pack that we've included for you, and the idea is that we always take a location from the amazing book. And the idea is that you bring that location to life and think about actually some of the things that could happen. You can draw your own things on there as well, but use the stickers to try and come up with a bit of a story about what may or may not have happened. So what would the inside of the Ghostworks building look like? Use your Let's Go Read sticker set and your imaginations to bring that location to life. What ghosts will haunt the corridors and will chase after men with bad eyebrows, just like in the story? So you use your sticker pack, and we got our green tubes here for those terrible people who used to keep the ghost prisoners. But you can think about actually putting various different things in different locations. Look carefully at the background colour of the stickers, so you can think actually that would attach to that, and where certain things may go, but just have fun with this. And start to create your own sort of mini story going on. So so there you go. I have only used a few stickers off my pack to start off with. I can add more in, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what you could possibly do. So I've got 2 handbags left there, and I think we've got 2 ghosts hidden in there. There might be a little hint of a character that left something behind. I've got lab coats hanging on the back walls, and I've got some green splodges. And if we think, actually, if these were empty, wonder who left these green splodges behind. Or you could even draw in your ghost if you'd like to. I've got some control panels here, the laptop to access one of the ghost machines here maybe, and of course Mix-a-Lot is close by, so something's happened here. And could this inspire a story that I would write myself? You know, would I write another adventure just like Mallory Blackman? So there we go. So that's the Ghostworks building. That's your location. Have fun with it. Think about where the other stickers might go if you would like to, and yeah, bring that location to life. And we hope you have great fun with that one. Okay, for this activity, we've got a ghost glass prison. So in the book, ghosts are kept prisoner by the evil man and woman. But in the text below, can you design your own ghosts who are desperate to escape? So we've just given you some numbers. Ghost prisoner number 134, ghost prisoner 2055, ghost prisoner number 42, and ghost prisoner 489. And the idea is actually have great fun with designing what you would like different ghosts to look like. So a bit like when they appear at the handbag, but actually you can think about who would you have in each tank. What you could do is link it to one of the other activities from earlier with you know, the famous people from the past. Could there be someone that you draw in there and then someone else, and whether that's your grown-up sister or someone in your book club, to try and guess who it is. Or write your own hints in this if you'd like to change it slightly, or you can have a go at drawing your own sort of ghost that may appear in here as well. So I'm going to do just one to give you some ideas, and then I might even do a famous person from the past as well, see if you can guess mine. So I'm going to have a go at drawing prisoner number 2055. Ghost prisoner 134. Who would that be? So this is something that you can do in your book club if you would like to, or do at home and get someone else to guess who could be that prisoner. Just do a little hint like that. So that could be my first hint. Can you guess who would be in there? And then I've got ghost prisoner number 2055, and see how you get on designing your own ghosts in that glass prison. Okay, so now we're going to move on to writing about our ghosts. Now, we love some brilliant writing. We love seeing your excellent writing, so please do send it to us. But there are a range of different ghosts in the book, but how would you describe one of your prisoners on the other page? For the second sentence, focus on the ghost's appearance. What colour is your ghost? Do they wear glasses? You decide, so that will help you with the drawing that you've done on the previous page. Okay, so example of this is we've got adjectives, describing words. That's what we're going to really focus on, and then sometimes describing the noun. So my ghost, which would be a noun in this case, is green, loud and intelligent. That's an example of some of the adjectives that we've got so far. So you can use these bubbles here for your own adjectives to think about how would you describe your ghost. So it might say my ghost is small, quiet and scary. But let's start with this sentence. So my, capital my Okay, drop below the line for that. Ghost. It's up to you whether you're on to join handwriting or not, but if you're not, I'm only going to join some of the letters. My ghost is, and I'm going to say, my ghost is, she is quite scary, prisoner number 2055. My ghost is, scary. And then we're going to go for a comma, all right, because we're doing a list. My ghost is scary. Ooh, I'm going to say she's blue. Blue. And mischievous. Means she's always up to no good. This is a hard word to spell. Hope I get it right. Mischievous. There we are. And full stop at the end of our sentence. My ghost is scary, blue, and mischievous. And then your second sentence, what you're looking to do is try and describe a little bit more about their appearance. So my ghost has long hair, purple glasses, and a ghostly glow, or something like that, full stop. So you go on their appearance next. How can you describe your ghost? Give it a go. See how you get on, and I would love, well, we would love at Let's Go Read to see your amazing writing and how well you can describe your ghost. So just before we begin the next activity, just to remind you about your reward chart on the back. So make sure you're collecting all your rewards as you go through. So for every activity that you complete, for sharing the actual book and reading that with your grown-up would be absolutely fantastic. And of course, the all-important school reading. So make sure you're collecting those. Anyway, so for another activity that you can do, we've got it. The title of it, Missing. So who is the latest ghost to go missing? Create a character profile for them below before drawing what they look like in the Polaroid. So the Polaroid below here. Okay, so you can think about what their name, who is it, what are they called? They have a first name and last name, their age, where were they last seen, what their appearance. So although you could go to draw them, how would you describe them? An unusual fact about them. So maybe they've got like a favourite food or something. You know, or they've got a special like ability or talent for something, so they're really good at juggling, I don't know. But hobbies as well, so what are they really into? What do they like? The mountain biking, whatever it could be. Chess, I don't know. But think about the character you want them to be. So are they going to be some slightly older, younger, and you're going to draw that character in there. All right, remember, you can always, if you're stuck, go right back to the beginning of what we did, and you can look at Grandpa Bob if you want to, all right? And actually, if I was going to create a character of him, I already got a sense of the bow tie that he might wear. Actually, he's related to Grandpa Bert. I think that might be a good idea if you were stuck. But if you're not stuck, then yeah, create someone new, and then go for them. So I think I'm going to go for Grandpa Bert. So what's Grandpa Bob? Sorry, Bob. I'm going to call him Bobby. That's the name of my son. Bobby. There you go. So straight away I've got a sense of character of who this is. Bobby McNair, he's 72 years old. Last seen walking his dog in the park. His appearance, he has a dark blue and light blue bow tie, blue waistcoat and dark trousers. He's 6 foot tall. His unusual fact is owns the biggest chicken farm in the UK. His hobbies are chess and pancake making. What will yours be? And then of course I would draw a picture of him there. And you can create your own ghost then to go missing. That'll be quite cool for you to do. So off you go, give that a go and see how you get on with that one. So some of the extra activities that you can do that I haven't shown you yet, one of which is brilliant to do at home or if you're part of your book club at school, Grandma Gertie's Raisin Cookies. So on page 37, which is in the book, 37, oh. A packet of chocolate raisins, yes, that are left underneath her hat. We use this as inspiration to give you a recipe that utilises the raisin in one of the most delicious baked treats, cookies. So chocolate raisin cookies, brilliant. Give it a go. Got some, it's quite straightforward. Follow the instructions, the method there, and you can enjoy those fantastic cookies. We've also got for you to rate the book. Actually, how many out of our 5 stars here? We've got our pictures of our subscribers and members of our book clubs, and of course our key words. So these are regular words that you will see in the book, and it's really important that you can spot them, read them, spell them as well would be absolutely brilliant. So you have a chance to practice those and writing them over here if you'd like to. Plus there are some really good words to look out for in the book when you're sharing it with your adults, such as genie, shocked, and cackle. Sort of laugh loudly in a harsh or mean way. So I wonder what characters are likely to cackle. I'm sure you can work that out. And then of course we've got our book quiz here. How well do you know that book? Can you answer those questions with your grown-up and go through that? And it's quite a good way of finishing your book club if you're doing it at school. And of course, make sure that you collect all your reading rewards as you go along. Fill up that chart. And we would love to see and hear about all your successes in collecting all those. So can you collect them all? I'm sure you can. But that's it for this activity pack. That's the awesome activity pack for Grandpa Bert and the Ghost Snatchers.